Here is my first honorable mention, the Brand Black J Crossover 2, and honestly, this shoe could have been a lot higher on my list, but here's why it isn't. When I first tried these on and first started playing in them, these shoes were absolutely amazing. I thought these were going to be in my top 2 or top 3 of the year, no doubt. When I first started playing in them, they were sticking like glue, but now, not so much unless it's on a perfectly clean floor. The materials are another thing that kind of got worse over time. They really were form-fitting to begin, but as I wore them more, the knit stretched quite a bit, and the shoe lacks a little bit of support while also giving you a little bit of a sloppy fit in the forefoot. But with that being said, Brand Black did release a low-top version that has a fuse overlay in the forefoot, and that will prevent the underlaid knit from stretching, so I think those will be so much better than these right here. And they also just released their Brand Black J Crossover 3, which once again, it has a mesh upper instead of a knit, and it has a lot more fuse overlays in the high wear areas, so I think those will be a much better option. I think Jetlon in this model is absolutely amazing, and Brand Black's motto is look good winning, and I think they definitely did that with this shoe. They have a lot of things to look forward to in the future, and it's definitely a very promising brand. My second honorable mention is the Nike LeBron 13. These things actually were very surprising. I didn't think they were going to perform that well, but they really proved me wrong. The reason these things aren't in the top 5 is not because they are bad performers, they just aren't built for my particular style. They have a lot of cushioning, maybe a little bit too much for my liking, but if you're a player that needs an abundance of cushion, then this is definitely your shoe. The materials actually surprised me as well. There's a lot of fuse, but the mesh areas still make the shoe quite flexible, and there isn't really any pinching going on, so you can't complain about that. So coming in at number 5, we actually have a tie between the Nike Kobe 10 and the Adidas Crazy Light Boost 2015. Both of these models performed very well in their respective categories, but this shoe wouldn't be in my top 5 if I didn't swap out the insole. That's definitely necessary to improve the forefoot cushion as well as the fit. The materials on the Crazy Light are absolutely amazing, and of course you got the boost in the heel, which also feels really nice. The traction does wear down pretty fast though, even on indoor courts, so definitely beware of that. As far as the Kobe's are concerned, my performance review was actually on the other colorway. It's the one with yellow on the lateral side and orange on the medial side, and then the black toe box. I can't really remember what that colorway is called right now, but I just picked these up recently, so I decided to show you guys these. They've got zoom unit in the heel, Lunarlon in the forefoot, and I actually like this form of Lunarlon much better than the drop-in inserts because the inserts just wear down very quickly. They just bottom out, and I don't really like that very much. These will last you much longer cushion-wise. Flyknit is very similar to the Kobe 9 Elite. Actually, it's the same thing, so it's not being used to its full potential, but I think we can expect more on the Kobe 11 when those release very soon. At number 4, we have the Nike KD8. This is definitely a shoe that people just sleep on in my opinion. A lot of performance reviewers just say it's kind of average, but in my opinion, these things were really well done. You've got great traction, full-length Nike Zoom cushion that's used properly, a woven upper that maintains its shape very well, fly wire for lockdown, and no heel slipping in the back. To me, this shoe was very, very underrated. As I was saying earlier, a lot of people just said it's average, but this shoe was definitely a go-to for me ever since they released in July. Coming in at number 3, we have the Adidas Rose 6 Boost. Everything was amazing about this shoe except for the fit, but I've heard that was just for this colorway. It's just a little bit sloppy in the forefoot, and it isn't quite how I would like my shoes to fit. If you're into cushion, you gotta try this out. The full-length Boost is definitely the best cushioning setup I've ever experienced. It really is just amazing. Basically, it's like walking on clouds. That's the only thing I can describe it as. Coming in at number 2, we have the Under Armour Curry 2. These things are just so amazing. The materials formed your foot very well, and this is probably the best fitting shoe I've ever played in my entire life. The fingers on the upper conform to your foot and just wrap around them so well. The fit is just so amazing. It's definitely a shoe that you have to try out for the fit alone. And to top it all off, the traction is also some of the best I've ever played in. It's up there with the Air Jordan 28, Kobe 9, Air Jordan 29. It's really that good. Charged foam is definitely decent if you want a balance in impact protection and court feel. And the fuse in the forefoot is actually a very nice fuse. It's extremely soft and almost acts more like leather than actual fuse. And coming in at number 1, as you all could have expected, is the Air Jordan 29 Low. Of course, the highs released in 2014, or maybe it was 2013, I can't really remember, but these did come out this year, and they're not only the best shoe I've ever worn on court, but they're super clean as well. I'm probably going to be looking to pick up every colorway as long as they don't release too many, but they just leaked images of the UNC colorway, and those things are absolutely fire. I need those. I cannot wait for them to release because this shoe is my go-to on court. You've got amazing traction, unlocked zoom, the best material you could ever have on a basketball shoe, and to top that all off, they made it into a low top form.